Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I hope you're doing well today. We are back with another live stream for the crypto community. I got my partner, of course, with me today, Blacksea. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Good to have you. Good to have you. We got a lot of stories to cover, Crow fam. I see we got folks in the chat ready to go. Welcome, Super Zan, Dylan, Benny Blue Eyes. Good to have the Crow fam. Texas Crypto in the house, smashing up the emojis with that member status. Love to see it. Good to have you back, Texas Crypto. HHH, good to have you. HC. Guys, we got a lot of great news to cover today and a lot of not so great news. The title that we have for you today has a lot of reason behind it. We're going to talk a little bit about FUD here because you got Jim Cramer, you got the SEC, you got a lot of lawsuits going on in crypto we want to talk about, but I want to show you guys why really I do believe that this is a bottom signal. I mean, we really have been talking a lot about how we expect this bull market to be coming soon, not only for CRO Coin and crypto.com, but for the entire crypto market as a whole. It is inevitable that we do get a bull market at some point in the future, but when, why, and how? Let's get into that in today's video. If you guys like this kind of content, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. We're doing 4 videos every single day on this channel for you. And when we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, we're going to get away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one lucky subscriber. We're currently at 6.3K subs. We are almost at 10K subs, so going to give away that money soon. And now, that's right, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, or 25,000 subscribers on the channel, we're going to give away a loaded lion to this wonderful Crow fam. What do they have to do to get this loaded lion, Blacksea?
Yeah, you either got to be a YouTube member if you want some extra entries, but all you really need to do is retweet this tweet and be a subscriber to the channel.
Absolutely. Looking forward to giving away a lot here as things go. And we'll show your little giveaway you did earlier. And there's more to come, guys, but we'll get into it. Let's take a peek here at some of these charts to start the day. Lot going on, guys. We got an $819 billion market cap for crypto. Solana is at 3.12%. Percent gain right now, a top trending token. Let's check it just in on the price of this one. A lot of conversation about Solana. 13.4 cent right now, or $13.50 really. So looking at the past year, I mean, we're still way down. I'd like to see it return to that. I'd like to call this more of a normal price, around 35, 40 bucks in the short term if there is to be a recovery. What do you think would be a healthy recovery for Solana, Blacksea?
You know, I'll be honest, the chart you're showing right now, really what you're looking at is a time capitulation event. You know, the bottom was really in the $30 range, but we also had a black swan event. And when in a time capitulation is basically when an extended period of time, there's low volatility, low volume, and it's trading to the side, and eventually it capitulates down because there's no more buyers. And, you know, that was definitely initiated by the FTX debacle, but, you know, I would really like to see us just get above $20, to be honest, and work our way up. And, you know, based on my analysis on Bitcoin and the macroeconomics, I think that that's not too far away.
I agree. And, you know, what you're saying about the time capitulation, I mean, it's totally true. We just had this sideways action. And then, of course, November, the FTX collapse. And that's really what this is. And really considering that, and yeah, this was a bigger downturn for FTX than it was, or excuse me, Solana than it was for some of the other cryptos. But for example, like when you look at CRO Coin and you see like what happened with Crow on that move, is something very similar. I mean, you look at the price of this and like I said, the fair value price in my opinion right now would be this 10, 11, 12 cent price level for CRO Coin in between 11 and 15 cents. And this is that same capitulation, right? Because we were sideways, tried to come up. There was a lot of excitement leading up to the FIFA World Cup, but not even that news could bring us up here for Crow, even though it is still a fantastic project, and it seems like the FUD has died down for that. But meanwhile, a lot of other FUD, yet we're still seeing Bitcoin holding on to 16.8K, really. So that's really actually great to see, considering some of the stories that we're going to go over with you guys today. I see we got 28 viewers watching right now. Thanks for joining us, guys. We do these live streams for you guys every Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. Smash up the like button. Let's look at some of the stories that are happening in the market today. First off, we got to talk about Bonk. CoinGecko tweeted out just recently here that 6 days ago, it was first getting tracked on CoinGecko and is already up 3,500%. Now, Blacksea, I know you got airdropped some free Bonk, and you were taking some profits, if I'm correct. What did that look like for you?
I mean, honestly, the bonk is pretty awesome. Just how it all played out in the Solana space. I honestly have been trading Solana NFTs for a while, so I was airdropped a significant amount, and I didn't paper hand it. Your boy Black Sea is a diamond hander, and I held on to that. And every time it doubled, well, after it 10x'd, I took half off, and it doubled. I took half off. It doubled. I took half off. And now I'm just hanging out, honestly, and seeing where it goes. It's just kind of a moon bag.
Yep, and I love it. You know what? Because the truth is you are a diamond hander, but being a diamond hander doesn't mean that you don't take profit. And that's something that I think we got to continue to tell the audience, because what you're doing is fantastic. It doubles, which is unbelievable. If you get a coin that doubles and you take your profit off the table, you take your initial investment off the table, which, by the way, that was a free airdrop for you. So even better, right? You took your free airdrop off the table, essentially, right? And even more, that is the strategy, guys. As CRO Coin starts to approach $1, you might want to consider starting to take some profits on the way up, especially as we start getting past $1 in the next bull run. You're going to be wanting to take in profits on the way to $2, $3, $4 CRO if you want to make money in crypto, because it's all about buying when it's low and selling as it's getting higher. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Bonk right now. I'll ask you, Black Sea, in general, talking about, are you bullish or are you bearish on crypto? Because we're going to get into some of these stories here in a second, folks. But are you bullish or bearish on crypto? And does that mean you're bullish or bearish on Bonk, or is Bonk playing its own game right now?
I 100% am going to say I'm bullish on crypto. Could we go to the downside in the short term? Yes.
Okay.
But in the medium to long term, bullish on crypto, definitely. I think the bottom is in. I think there's a pump around the corner. Now, am I bullish on Bonk? That's the next question. Yes, but this coin is a meme coin. It's no Dogecoin. It's not a pure meme coin, but it is a meme coin. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy this by any means. It's crashed 50% in the past day. It could crash 95 more percent. This is a completely. The reason why I even am still holding some is because I got this for free. It was a free airdrop, just as a subsidiary to me having Solana NFTs. And speaking of that, I did give away some Bonk the other day, and I would love to give away some more.
Well, we were going to show that. We got the Bonk giveaway. You were blessing somebody with 1 million Bonk, which is beautiful. We're giving away loaded lions. We'll be giving away CRO coins here at some point too, but we giving away a loaded lion. We're giving away some Bitcoin, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Now we're giving away Bonk, guys. What is next? I love this thing. But when do you think? Too soon to tell, or you got a time frame for your next Bonk giveaway?
How about after the stream? I'll set up another 1 million Bonk to give away to you guys. I'm super excited for that.
Bada bing.
I love giving back.
Bada bing, bada boom. CRO fam, you just got a little more Bonk in your pocket if you want it. Who knows? It might 1000x. Who knows? Yeah, who knows?
The meme is Bonk to $1 billion market cap. Let's go.
There you go. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you, in asking the question, are you bullish, bearish on Bonk? I really think that, like you said, short term we could go down. I lean towards that we may go down in the short term. Right now, I mean, I'm gonna kind of say why I do believe that we might go down here. I'm leaning a little more bearish for the short term, folks. We talk midterm, we talk long term. I'm bullish. It's always bullish long term. Bullish midterm for a long time. We know that we're looking at the bottom of a market here, and why I'm saying bearish short term is I think there's a huge effort to just get one more leg down, which either mean it's a bottom signal or it means that the bottom is very near, which means maybe one more leg down. So I think that Bonk will kind of just follow the rest of the market in saying that if Bitcoin trades sideways, Bonk may go up still, really. It may also retrace. It may come back down. It may come back down to earth. Maybe the hype's over. But I think that if Bitcoin goes down, personally, I see Bonk coming way down just with the rest of the market. And then once the horses are off to the races again and we see crypto moving, who knows? You might get to make $1 million off 1 million Bonk. I Bonk to $1. I don't know about that, but that
would be absolutely absurd.
It'd be insane. probably impossible. There'd have to be the world's biggest bonk burn ever. It'd be bonkers. All right, I'm a little bonked out. Guys, here's a story I want to share with you guys today. I just saw this one, but it's not really a big of a surprise. But I'm going to kind of flash through a couple of these, and we're going to talk about this overall. So crypto lender Genesis trading lays off 30% of the workforce. We've seen this story 100 times. This caused no type of sell-off in crypto. Crypto is holding strong today. Not a surprise to see. Clearly, Genesis had some issues, and this was basically inevitable. Barry Silbert and DCG is having issues right now. You see Gemini and the Winklevoss twins going back and forth having issues right now. So this is something that's out there, but it is bearish in reading a headline, but look at the effects on the market. Almost nothing. You add this up with this one I talked about in my video yesterday. I want to briefly remind you guys of the exact climate we're dealing with. The Fed, FDIC, and currency comptroller are warning banks about messing with crypto. Now, we talked about this in my video yesterday, but January 3rd, this article comes out, okay? January 3rd, that came out. Now, that's like 2 days later. 2 days later, okay, January 3rd, the FDIC warns banks. I'm going to change the word warns banks to threatens banks because that's really how I feel about this one. But 2 days later, Silvergate Capital tanks more than 40% after crypto bank discloses massive fourth quarter withdrawals. First of all, massive fourth quarter withdrawals for a crypto bank shouldn't be surprising to anybody. In fact, the fact that it went down 40% is not surprising to me at all. And honestly, thinking about this, why wouldn't it have gone down sooner? Because you know that if this is a crypto bank, they're going to be having trouble. So the fact that traders would wait to dump this, I think, is really more of a reason from this Fed warning, this threat. And now, the numbers come out right after this threat from the Fed, and boom, the stock tanks. And now another great bearish headline for crypto. Blacksea, I mean, come on. We're drawing a line from FDIC threatening banks, not warning banks, threatening banks about playing with crypto. And then a crypto bank is getting crushed in the regular market. And not just because the FTX collapsed, right? Because we had months to see it fall, but now it's getting crushed. I mean, tinfoil hat time, or, we're just talking facts?
No, I think it's just a massive coincidence, man. No, I mean, come on. Like, it's clear as day. They want to push this market down even more. They're trying to get another capitulation event. Honestly, I think they're trying to crush crypto, but they're not going to be able to. Let's get one thing straight, guys. When you take a step back, the beautiful thing about crypto, especially like when you're talking about Bitcoin, which is the heart of it all, it's decentralized.
Yep.
Decentralization is extremely, extremely hard to crush. Because what are you going to do? You're going to shut off everybody's computer in the world? No, you can't do that.
Nope. Can't do it. Can't do it, and they shouldn't do it. I mean, you can't crush. We talked all about the tax implications. The government wants their hands on the taxes. I really do believe that this is an effort to drive the prices down, to buy bigger bags than the retail traders. I think this is an effort. They know the future. Look, BlackRock, okay? BlackRock bailed out one of the largest crypto miners in the US the other day. They've got them by the you-know-what now. They've got them, and they are in on crypto. BlackRock is one of the largest financial groups on planet Earth. They own an insane amount of real estate, folks, and they are leading the charge here when it comes to investments. And they saved a mining platform. They saved a mining group. Why? Because they know it's here to stay. Anybody that's out there FUDing this right now, and we'll get to Jim Cramer in a second. Man, Jim Cramer is driving me nuts, Blacksea. But anybody that's driving these prices down right now, this is part of an effort. This is part of an effort. And I think the same thing's going on with Tesla right now. Tesla's here to stay. There's an effort to take Tesla down right now. Now, you can also say that, the bubble popped. And okay, it depends what kind of bubble you're talking about, right? Look, things go up and they come back down. And so that's understandable to a point. But when you get these headlines like this is more than just a bubble pop, okay? And I don't like the word bubble because when you pop a bubble, the bubble's gone. Okay. And crypto's not over, right? And Tesla's not over, but there's a retracement. But I would argue that these retracements are bigger than they need to be because of stories like this. And then you get news that comes out like this from those stories. And it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Slay Maven, good to have you in the chat, my brother. Good to have you. Thanks for joining Blacksea and I today. Francisco, Gabriel, good to have you. Profit, we got Red Sox. Let's go Tonic. Oh, Red Sox. Glad you brought it up. We'll talk. You know what? Blacksea, I'm sorry. I got to jump back. I messed up. We got to talk Tonic. I mean, what am I doing over here? We're with the Crow fam. We got to talk a little bit of Tonic token. Tonic was roaring this morning. Absolutely ripping. And you know what? Looks like it's still going. I've seen a lot of people talking on Twitter, forget Bonk, let's go Tonic. And I mean, both are pretty exciting, but it is exciting to see Tonic. I don't know what the deal is, why this is happening. There's seemingly no reason for this right now, but we are seeing Tonic fly up. And this reminds me of back in October when we saw Tonic fly up as well. We were doing a lot more videos on it because the price action was coming, and we thought, hey, maybe this is the moment. This is a newer project. Tonic is an awesome borrowing and lending protocol on Cronos. And we saw some spikes up. But what we do see a lot of times, and I'm giving a warning to the crypto community here, crypto.com, my Crow fam, this is a really big spike up. And I personally do believe the same rules apply to Tonic that apply to Bonk when we're talking about how does this relate to Bitcoin? Because I don't believe that you're going to get 100x, a 200x out of Tonic until Bitcoin decides that the bull market's coming back. If we continue sideways, maybe we can have a little more upside for Tonic, but I do expect it to come down to earth unless Bitcoin makes a move up. We've seen this kind of spike in the past. Blacksea, I mean, this was a pretty spectacular move today. I mean, we're talking about a 66.27% pump in 24 hours right now. At one point, it was even bigger. We came back down, and we're starting back up. Do you think we could continue up? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are your thoughts on Tonic right now?
I think that at the point where this started rallying super hard, obviously there was a couple big players that wanted to scoop up some of this liquidity because, guys, when I was looking at the charts and really doing some technical analysis, we were with the chart. The chart is not pretty. I mean, if you really look at the yearly chart, it's pretty ridiculous how far we're down, how far we've come down. But that's a given. That happens in the bear markets. But I will say it was a fantastic buying opportunity if you truly believe in Tectonic and the Cronos ecosystem.
Absolutely.
Do I think we can come back down? Yes. Please be careful. I mean, you can see even we came up so far and we retraced about 25% already. You need to keep a close watch on these type of moves because what goes up very, very fast can definitely come down very, very fast. So please be careful, guys.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? I mean, I'm not saying, panic sell or anything like this, but look, Blacksea did a great job here taking some profits on Bonk. He doubled his money on Bonk, and he took half off the table. If you're watching this right now and you don't believe that Bitcoin's going to rally up to $20,000 in the next couple weeks, then you should also believe that Tonic is going to get a little tired here, take a little bit of a break. And what I'm saying is if you made a good amount of money on Tonic today, or hey, if we keep going up tomorrow, looking at it over the next couple days, looking at it hourly, consider maybe taking some profit into something more stable, maybe a CRO Coin purchase. Maybe you put it in Bitcoin for a second. Maybe you buy a lion with your Tonic profits. I see a lot of people talking about loaded lions in the chat, and the loaded lions are looking cheap right now. $1,600 floor price, one of the lowest floor prices. A lot of lions at $1,600 range right now. Maybe you could consider taking profits on Tonic and accumulating it more when it comes back down. You could double your Tonic bags if you sold it now and you bought it back when it got down here. If it got back down here, you could potentially double your Tonic bags. But not financial advice, and I'm honestly, I'm of the mindset that if I'm a long-term investor on Tonic and I believe in the future, which I do, I personally am not going to play that game because I have a small portion of my portfolio on Tonic right now, and I'm just going to let it ride personally. But if you got a big bag of Tonic, I don't know, it might be something worthwhile thinking about, potentially. to each his own. Do your own research, guys. But want to give that thought. I mean, really exciting to see Tonic going up. I do think that come the bull market, Blacksea, do you think 100x, 200x, 300x is out of the question for a coin like Tonic?
Well, I mean, let's talk about market cap. What's it at? About
I'll go back.
500 million?
Yeah, we're looking at a market cap of 77 million. Okay, or well, no,
Yeah, we could
17 million really.
Yeah, we could 100% 10x easily. We could totally 30x if the market cap really is only about 17 million. It's very, very, very doable for a lending platform, a DeFi lending platform, to easily get in the 9-figure range.
Cronos is the number one, folks. It is the number one chain that has been built on Cosmos. It is the number one smart contract protocol built on Cosmos, guys. And Tonic is the second biggest dApp on the Cronos ecosystem. So, I mean, if you believe in Cronos, and I know you do, Crow fam, I know you do, then you probably believe in Tonic. And if you're looking for the long term, I'm with you. I think a 200-300x is not a problem for Tonic at all. I see people saying Tonic the next Sheeb. Maybe. It's different, though. It ain't a meme coin. It ain't a meme coin. This is a real product. And if you guys love Tonic, but you haven't checked out the Tonic dApp, I highly recommend that you guys go into the dApp on the crypto.com DeFi wallet and test it out. Check it out, or at least look at it. Maybe you don't have to test it out, but at least look at it. I think it's a fantastic tool if you want to borrow a little bit of money, if you want to lend a little bit of money, earn some interest in Tonic and in whatever you're lending or borrowing. It is a really cool tool, and it's really easy to use. But back to the Silvergate scandal. Silvergate Capital tanked, like we talked about, probably on account of this huge threat from the FDIC. And then you look at, so what is the deal with Silvergate? Well, it is a bank. So it's a banking platform, and they're trying to focus on the banking of the future. But one thing that's super funny here, remember, it is CNBC reporting on this, and they're talking a little bit bearish here in this article, throwing some shade at Silvergate. But the quote on the Silvergate website that cracks me up is, CNBC, key to the growth of the digital asset industry. And actually, it's kind of doing the opposite right now. But this just goes back to DeFi, decentralization. Guys, what are the problems we see right now? Yes, we see problems with centralized entities that aren't operating properly. From FTX to Gemini that it now messed up with this Genesis deal and with DCG. That is a mess. We'll talk about that in a second. You see Celcius. Oh, what happened with Alex Mashinsky and Celcius? We're going to talk about that too. Now, Silvergate's having trouble. These centralized entities, they're getting greedy. They don't know what they're doing in this space. They haven't been in this space for a very long time, and they're trying to figure it out, and they're having a tough time doing it. Now, I think that these players are important. I think they need to be there, but they need to do a better job, and they need to learn because they're giving crypto a bad name. People like you and me, I'd say that I'm going to go out on a stretch here. We got 47 viewers. I'm going to say 44 of the 47 viewers right now watching this, I bet you guys didn't get affected besides the price, depreciation from the FTX fallout, but I'm sure you didn't get affected from FTX. I'm sure you didn't get affected from Celcius. I'm sure you didn't get affected from BlockFi because most of the people in this chat probably used crypto.com. Most of the people in this chat probably bought their Shiba Inu on crypto.com or Robinhood, right? You have a lot of people that bought these things from exchanges that didn't have any problems. It's the bad players, though, and it's the people that did it wrong, the Celcius, the BlockFi, the FTX of the world. It's these players that aren't real true crypto people that came into this market and are dragging these markets down. And it's just a shame, and it's just disgusting. And this is that bottom signal that I'm talking about. There's true capitulation going on. There are people that are still getting bled out right now from this whole crisis. And as these stories start to trickle away and they run out of bad news, the more bad news that I feel, honestly, guys, the more bad news that I feel, the more bullish I get. The worse that I feel when I wake up in the morning and I look at the markets and I look at the news specifically. I type in crypto on Google and I see all bearish stories. Probably a great time to buy. Blacksea, am I nuts? Am I out of my mind here?
No, I think that after you've been in the market since 2016 for the crypto space and you start to just get weathered by the storm, you start to get this sick, twisted psychology where you realize, oh man, everyone's so bearish and the markets are tanking. Oh man, this is a great opportunity. This is amazing. What is going on? This is a perfect time to be buying. And then you start buying and you get rewarded.
It's a great time to be buying. But there's a lot of sketchy things going on, and we got to talk about it. And we've talked a lot about this, but Blacksea, me and you didn't talk about this on our live stream. And I just want to vent about this one some more, guys, because I tweeted this out. This article came out, and I couldn't help myself. I tweeted it, and I asked, is this extortion? Is this extortion?
You know, I think tinfoil hat. Let's tinfoil hat it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the same story where how CZ was getting attacked so hard, and then a week later he joins a U.S. lobbying agency, and then the attacks disappear.
I
think
love
it's
it.
very, very similar to that.
I love that you brought that up. This is the same thing, guys. This is the same thing. Binance gets FUD'd in the media, and then they join a lobbying firm and Binance FUD? Where's the Binance? I don't see Binance. Now, the SEC is still trying to box them out of the Voyager deal. We'll talk about that. That's happening, fine. But the SEC is corrupt. We know that. We know that at this point. That's essentially a fact. I mean, really, I'm going to take my tinfoil hat off. The SEC is corrupt, guys. You saw people step down from the SEC for a reason. They've been meeting with FTX to plan crypto regulation. A lot of people think that Sam Bankman-Fried was the fall man. I think that it's obvious that he was the fall man, and I think that there's a lot of people behind this, and I think there's an effort. But I think the real effort is to drive the markets down so they can buy these bags that you and I might, and hopefully you're not doing it, sell. But do not let fall for it, guys. These are the times to buy, not the times to sell. The story we're talking about is Coinbase reaches a $100 million settlement with New York regulators. Guys, they paid $50 million fine to the New York regulators, and they put $50 million towards their own company to improve compliance as guided to them by the law. So this is essentially, let's role play back. See, all right, I'm the New York regulators, and you're Coinbase, and so I'm gonna go to you and I'm gonna say, hey, Coinbase, I'm New York regulator. I'm gonna shut you down. Do you want an out?
Yeah, what can I do to stay open?
Give me a lot of money and we'll call it even. That's what this is. This is extortion, guys. This is what this is. There's an opportunity. I bet you some of that money goes to crypto. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like New York regulators buy $50 million worth of Bitcoin. This is how I feel about it. And look, Coinbase has had some issues, sure. I mean, but crypto's new, and Coinbase is also, another centralized entity. I really, at the end of the day, what you're going to see is I think they want to come after the centralized players because they're the only players they can come after. You can't come after DeFi, New York regulators, but you can go after Coinbase, and you can go after Celcius, and you can go after Gemini, and you can go after all these centralized entities. You can go after Binance. You can come after crypto.com. Unfortunately for you, government, Binance and Crypto.com have one-to-one reserves. They're doing it right. And Coinbase is doing a good job too. They had some issues. There's been some controversy with Coinbase recently with some customers saying... Now, I don't know if you heard about this one, Blacksea, but there was a big controversy, a class action lawsuit separate from this that came out all about basically... Because this fine was about money laundering. People were concerned that there was money laundering going through... because they were opening accounts without sufficient background checks in violation of anti-money laundering laws. So that's the reason. This was the way they set up the extortion. Oh, there's money laundering. You remember they tried this for Binance? Did Binance comply? No. Why didn't Binance have to comply? Because Binance isn't a publicly traded company in the US. Coinbase is. They have to comply or else they die. That's the difference, okay? But there's another story that came out, class action lawsuit against Coinbase. And this one is because people are complaining, and I understand this, and this does suck. I'll say this. This is very unfortunate. People are complaining that, hey, when I go and buy my, Bitcoin on Coinbase, it says that the price is $16,200. And so I go to buy it, and then the price comes out, and it cost me actually $16,500. It cost me $16,800. I got a bad price. What the heck? That's illegal. That's arbitrage. You didn't give me the price you advertised for that coin. But I think that's kind of wrong, honestly, on whoever's putting together this class action lawsuit, to be honest with you. And here's why. I mean, though I want you to get the price that you look at, what you got to understand, folks, is Coinbase, the app on your iPhone, and I'm not talking about Coinbase Pro, and I'll make a distinction in a second. Just like crypto.com, by the way. You go and you look at Ethereum, it says it's worth $1,200, and you see the price on the crypto.com app, and it's worth $1,200. You go, you make a purchase. You probably just bought Ethereum for $1,210, $1,215. You probably didn't get the price that you looked at, but there's a reason for that. It's because you're buying it through an exchange, yes, but you're not buying it through an actual trading platform. You're not buying it through a true exchange. I'm talking about one where you can see the order book, you can put in the amount of orders you want to fill for this asset, and you can see the prices and you can watch the order book. It's a different thing. So I think, these people that are doing this lawsuit are kind of just finding a way to make a lawsuit. And honestly, the media and courts are going to run with it because that's what people like to do. Lawsuit about this. Oh, I tripped and slipped and I fell on this puddle. I'm going to do a lawsuit. When you should have just seen the puddle, when you probably should have just gone to the Coinbase actual exchange, Coinbase Pro, where you can look at the order book. And unfortunately for us, for crypto.com, we still in the US can't access the exchange, which is why I think that it will be very bullish for crypto.com when that exchange comes. But am I being unfair to these people in this class action lawsuit, or do you see what I'm saying? Tell me what your thoughts are, Blacksea.
I think that what a lot of these people are doing is they don't really understand how the markets work, how exchanges really work, whether that be from the traditional market or the crypto market, because even on Robinhood, they were basically the reason why I'm choosing Robinhood.
No, it's a great example. That's a great example.
Yeah, is because they are basically like the on-ramp for new investors. And I will say Coinbase is definitely the on-ramp for new crypto investors. And they label for not Coinbase, but for Robinhood, that there's zero fees in purchasing the stocks, zero fees in purchasing the equities. But really what they're doing is they're offering you a price that is higher than the actual price, and they are skimming off the top and taking that. Now, I will say, though, on Robinhood, you can put in limit orders. However, new players to the space will not understand what a limit order is, and they will just market order it. But if you go through, you can find the limit order. I do believe that Coinbase should have limit orders. I do think that we might disagree a little bit there, because I do think that they should have limit orders.
No, I mean, I agree. For the record, I agree with you. They should. My point was that they don't on the regular app. And that you need, if you want that, you have to go to Coinbase Pro. But the people in this lawsuit, they just don't see that. That's an education error, right?
Yes, I totally, yes. I think that, are they going to get away with suing Coinbase for this? Probably not. But some people like to see how they can get money out of lawsuits, and that's what I'm kind of thinking is happening.
I mean, maybe they do get away with it. I mean, you see people get away with these lawsuits, but I just don't think it's right, and I think that it's kind of informed. But also, I mean, there is a conversation. It does stink that you see a price and you look at. So I get both sides, but at the end of the day, the media is going to take it and they're going to run with it, and they're going to paint the worst picture they can, because that's the narrative right now. I mean, how many articles in a show, how many articles in a row do we go through where you just see, fines, crashing, it's tanking, it's the FDIC, the Fed. This is what kind of environment, this is the bottom signal. This is the bottom signal that I'm talking about here with you guys today. This is the bottom signal that me and Blacksea talk about when we have phone calls daily, every single day about this stuff. We look at these stories, we wake up, we see, wow, another bearish story. Hey, did you buy some? Sure did. I sure did. I bought the dip. I'm going to keep buying the dip. I'm not going to stop. And here's another one. Just in from Bitcoin Magazine. This story came out earlier today. I think even last night late. Judge ruled that Celcius users gave up legal rights to their Bitcoin by using the platform, and all $4.2 billion worth of crypto deposits are now property of Celcius. Take your Bitcoin off exchanges. Get your Bitcoin and your crypto into DeFi. Get it into cold storage, or get it into an exchange that you can trust, which at this point, I've only got two. It's crypto.com and it's Binance, and anything else right now, I just don't feel great about. I'm going to be honest. I mean, KuCoin, sure, maybe. There's a lot of great exchanges, but I got more research personally on Binance and crypto.com. So if I'm going to be on an exchange, it's going to be those. But I'll tell you this too. My majority of my money, guys, is in DeFi. Okay, it's in the Cronos ecosystem. All right, it's in cold storage. It's not mostly on the apps. And so people got to see this, and we got to learn from it. And that's one of the good that's coming from the bad here. But this is out of control. A judge ruled that you put your money into a crypto exchange, and now they say, sorry, that's our money now. That's the story here. So this is the ruling. But the bankruptcy court, and this is what people aren't really talking about, also says that Celcius can sell stable coins in the earn accounts to fund administrative expenses. So first of all, they're going to be taking these funds and they're going to be paying for administrative things that they need to pay for their own purposes. Again, not your money anymore is what Celcius is saying. But what you also got to look at in here is there's more to this that's going on. There is a quote here I want to share with you guys. Today's ruling will likely prevent those who took advantage of the service from receiving the full amount they deposited, because they are considered unsecured creditors and they may recover only a small percentage of their claims. So there is still a chance, guys, that they may recover some of these funds. And if anybody out there did lose money in Celcius, there's still a chance you may get some of your funds back, but it's not looking like you're going to be made whole if you did lose anything in here. And this is the problem, again, with some of these more traditional market players. Alex Mashinsky, okay, he is was the CEO of this exchange. And some of the things he said we're going to get to in a second, but he was saying, forget banks, use us, you can trust us. And it turns out that you can't, because the ruling happened, guys, because literally in their terms and conditions, when you read it, it said essentially that once you give Celcius the money, that it is now theirs. And who reads terms and conditions, really? I mean, you got paragraphs and pages worth of, I hereby accept, this document when you sign up for a new app or whatever, the Apple terms and conditions. You've seen the South Park episode where they make fun of the Apple terms and conditions that nobody reads. It's true. Nobody reads this stuff. Well, in the court of law, that held up here, and that money ain't theirs anymore. But there's still a chance, and I believe, and some people are saying the reason the judge did this ruling too is because this would be potentially the best way for them to actually give the money back to investors, which I'm skeptical of. But there's another lawsuit that came out here. So New York Attorney General is now accusing Celcius ex-CEO Alex Mashinsky of defrauding hundreds of thousands of crypto investors. So now it's not Celcius. Celcius, you get to keep the money that the investors put in your exchange, and you can keep it. But now we're going to blame Alex Mashinsky, who is the CEO only, which, yes, Alex Mashinsky needs to be held accountable, but Celcius is going to get to continue to operate? Is this right here? Is this wrong?
I think that Celcius, FTX, all these exchanges that have stolen money need to go away. I don't think that they should be allowed to come back at all. And first off, I want to say that the judge ruling that, oh, yeah, in the fine print it said this, so, yeah, guys, it's not your property anymore. I'm just so skeptical of that. That's so out of touch. I think this is really starting to lean more and more towards heavy regulation on crypto, and it's definitely worrisome, in my opinion. However, anybody that's been in crypto for, I don't know, a month would know, okay, they stole your money. They stole the money. They are thieves. They stole your money.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I continue to see here with these headlines is accuses Celcius ex-CEO. How many crypto CEOs and how many crypto entities right now are just getting crushed with they broke the law, there's money laundering, there's money laundering here, there's money laundering there. The fact of the matter is that the US dollar has more money laundering and shell companies have more money laundering than happens in crypto. That's a fact, guys, okay? And when I put facts versus FUD on this thumbnail, guys, what I want you to remember is that the FDIC, okay, and the SEC, all right, all these guys with these stories, this is a narrative because Gary Gensler and the SEC wants control over the space. They want control over the space. Well, how can they get it? Well, we know that people control the narrative. It's fact. It's a fact. The media is a purposeful narrative with an intention with an end goal in mind, whether that's getting somebody elected to office, regardless of what party they're with, whether that's crashing the crypto markets so that they can tighten regulation and buy the dip on this and get out the players that they don't approve of and take advantage and create a monopoly, right? Because that's really what I think they're doing. I think the SEC is coming in here. I think they came in with the intention. How about this one, Blacksea? I think the real reason the SEC wanted to come in and do crypto regulation is because they wanted to make FTX the hero of crypto. Maybe so. There's two stories to this. Either he was the fall guy and he was the man that was meant to kill crypto, or he was the man that was meant to be the face of crypto, and they were going to box out every other player and make a monopoly with a U.S. company. They were going to make them somehow a U.S. company, right? They're in the Bahamas, but donating to the politicians. That is, I think, what all this leads to. I think that there's a lot more going on here, and unfortunately, we're not going to see this SBF and the Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX case come to a head until October. We're just waiting till October. Can you believe we got to wait that long for this court case? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, both of those things that you just said, the one or two ways they could be taking it, both of them are win-win for the overall picture on the SEC side.
Right.
I mean, either if he's a fall guy, they win. If he's the hero of crypto and they monopolize a U.S. company, they win. But it's really a shame. And, leading into October of next year, man, that's a long time, probably when we're going to be breaking the $30,000 to $50,000 mark on Bitcoin maybe by
End of
next
2023?
October.
End of 2023.
Yeah.
That
so I
feels
wonder
good.
what happens when we're breaking higher price points around the $50,000 range, and we start hearing news about FTX and what that's going to do to the crypto market. Very, very, very curious to see what that's going to be like.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, the timing of this is awfully suspicious. I'm bullish in the long term, guys, and I'm bullish in the midterm. But I'll tell you this. The only thing that could flip me to not as bullish in the midterm as I currently am is this coincidence, this curious coincidence, that the court case for Sam Bankman-Fried and all the dirt is going to get thrown on the table in October, which is typically a bullish month for crypto. And in the phase of this bear market to bull cycle that we're looking at, that is typically when Bitcoin is absolutely supposed to be on its way back up. Could this be all a ploy to keep that price down for longer? We're strategically putting this court date and this bad story, it's coming to a head coincidentally, strategically leading into, one, an election year, by the way, 2024, and two, a bull run for crypto that's supposed to happen.
Hey, Crypto Kip, get that tinfoil hat off your head. Let me have to say this. I think that you're onto something with that completely. The type of coordination behind that, though, would be insane. It would be insane to be able to coordinate that. Do I think that that's impossible? No, I think there's definitely a probability that there's a plan and agenda behind this. There's an agenda behind everything that happens in the mainstream, especially when you have all these media outlets pushing this same thing. And there's definitely a plan. There's definitely an end goal. And come October, we'll really have to see what the lay of the land is like.
Yeah, and I'm going to call out HC. I see you in the chat, HC. Thanks for the comment. Retirement in 5 years sounds pretty swell. I agree with you, and I still think that that is a very strong possibility for anybody that's building a significant portfolio here in crypto. during this bear market. Regardless of what we were just talking about is true or not, let's just pretend that we were spot on and that this is all an effort to suppress the price of crypto through October into January, February, March even of 2024. Is that going to stop a crypto bull run? No. Could it stall it? Maybe. I don't know. That might not even be true. But what I'll say this is if that does happen, guys, if that does happen, HC, your 5-year retirement plan gets even easier. Why? Because now you've got more time to take that paycheck that you got coming in for your job. If you got a job, you got money coming in. You have an opportunity, more time to buy a low price if this hypothesis is true. So, we're not trying to FUD and scare everybody. We're just talking some hypotheticals, folks. We're bulls here on crypto. We are bullish on crypto. We're bullish on crypto.com. Not looking as good for Celcius right now. Definitely not good for FTX. But crypto, decentralization, Bitcoin, the story hasn't changed with those guys. Those are strong, okay? It's these other players. And let's go over back to Alex Mashinsky and Celcius. He's the ex-CEO. Well, why did he step down? Well, here's the story about Alex Mashinsky. And first of all, I want to show you this. This is hilarious, guys. Banks are not your friends. Now, this is true. Banks are not your friends. I hope you guys can see this, but this is what he's saying. Banks are not your friends. I'm trying to show it. There you go. Banks are not your friends, okay? This is the shirt that this man was wearing, okay? When he starts talking a little bit about crypto and everything. So trying to get back and out of this here. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. So back to the Wikipedia page. So this is the ex-CEO of Celcius. Now, let's look at his history a little bit here on Wikipedia. Mashinsky withdrew $10 million from Celcius in May of 2022. Bad actor. The withdrawals came as customers were withdrawing assets in large quantities while the company was nearing bankruptcy. According to a report in October of 2022, a spokesperson for Mashinsky told the Financial Times that funds were used for tax payments and real estate planning. In total, Arkham Intelligence estimates that Mashinsky sold $44 million worth of Cell tokens through exchanges. Guys, how about that? This man selling ahead of the investors. Meanwhile, people are trying to get their money out of this exchange. He didn't have a problem getting money out of the exchange, but the users did. Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that legal? No. Is that right? No. But did it happen? Yes. This is a bad actor. We want them out of the space.
I think about how a captain is supposed to go down with his ship. I think that he should have been taking that money and been giving it back to the people that were supporting his company. It probably would have panned out a lot better, but I will say that he was doing some ridiculously risk-adverse trades with everyone's money. I mean, he basically was doing what Sam Bankman-Fried was doing. He was taking users' funds and putting them in leveraged longs on the top of the bull market. It's actually absurd when you think about it. It's pretty funny. It's funny, but I feel bad for the people that lost their money, but it's absurd.
In estate planning. I mean, what? This is estate planning is a process of anticipating, arranging during a person's life for the management and disposal of that person's estate during the person's life in the event the person becomes incapacitated after death. He's planning for his retirement. That's unbelievable. It's unacceptable. Captain, go down with your ship, please. Continuing on July 13th, 1 month after a paused customer withdrawal, Celcius filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Mashinsky said that the company made what in hindsight proved to be certain poor asset deployment decisions. Guys, this is the same thing that Sam Bankman-Fried said. This is two CEOs of crypto exchanges that came out and said, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Mashinsky resigned as Celcius CEO. Of course he did. Chris Ferraro, the former CFO of Celcius, was appointed to replace him, and the interim, that also is ridiculous. The CFO, the Chief Financial Officer of Celcius, took the CEO's place. He should be gone too, but no, there's one guy, one fog. Chris is out, okay? So he was appointed to replace him. But now get this. On January 5th, that's today, folks, the Attorney General of New York, we talked about this, filed a civil lawsuit against Mashinsky, accusing him of violating the state Martin Act, the Liletta James office seeks a fine against Mashinsky, monetary damages, and a ban. This is the key part here. A ban that will prevent him from leading a company or working in the securities industry in the state of New York. They are seeking a fine against Mashinsky, but most importantly, a ban that would prevent him from leading a company again or being involved in the security industry in the state of New York. This should be not just in the state of New York. This should be across the board. This guy is out. He should be out. But the thing that really blows my mind, Blacksea, is we're hearing about a ban from this Mashinsky guy, okay? And that he's going to get banned. Meanwhile, we've heard nothing. Zip, zero, nada about Sam Bankman-Fried being banned from the crypto industry. In fact, we see the opposite. We see that people are still defending. Kevin O'Leary still defending Sam Bankman-Fried. You also see Sam Bankman-Fried, we talked about this the other day, going out on Twitter and saying that he would love to help with crypto regulation. Can you believe the cojones here? I mean, the tenacity of this guy and also the absolute miss here from the government in not putting this ban in place already for Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah, I think that when I hear that, we're going to ban you from leading a company or working in the securities industry in the state of New York, I just kind of sit back and say, that's cute. That's cute. That's his punishment. What?
Unbelievable.
What punishment? What punishment? He should go to jail.
He should go to jail.
What are you talking about? New York, just New York. This man should be, him and SBF should be banned from using the internet. I was saying earlier that there are criminals that have done significantly less, maybe stolen $1,000 over the internet, and they are banned from having computers. They are banned from access to the internet for the rest of their lives. Just think about that for a second. It's absolutely asinine.
It's out of control. And we cancel people for much less. We cancel people in a cancel culture society for much less. And we're not going to get into that. But you know what I'm talking about, guys. Whether it's this, that, or the other thing. Meanwhile, we're talking about millions of dollars of theft. Billions. Mashinsky millions. You got billions from Sam Bankman-Fried, multi-billion. Meanwhile, Mashinsky with millions gets banned. SBF with billions doesn't. Shout out to Slaymaven, by the way. Shout out to Slaymaven. Been in corporate meeting with you guys on my AirPods. You are a true crypto holder, guys. If you want to know what it takes to learn about crypto, sometimes, I guess you're listening to some crypto YouTube information. You're looking at the news a little bit. Maybe you're at work. Maybe I get what you're doing, Slaymaven, but that's how you stay on top of it. There's so much news coming out in crypto. You know what? Proud to have you as a moderator and a member on the channel. If you guys want to become a member like Slaymaven and get these sweet emojis that he does get as a member on the channel, we do have a link in the description down below to become a member. Benny Blue Eyes, I think you were talking about becoming a member as well at some point here soon. We're excited to have you when you're ready. Kip, it would take you a week to explain that guy what. Oh man, I know what you're saying. I mean, these people, they hide behind large corporations and media outlets, and they're really cowardice, and they're in it for themselves. I mean, they're brave in the face of breaking the law, but they're really cowardice in facing the people and doing what's right. So it really is disgusting to see. But that's really what we want to share with you guys, some of this. And meanwhile, we're still bullish, folks. We're still quite bullish. I wanted to show you guys as well a little bit about what's going on. You know what? I lost it here, but I'm going to pull it up for you. I'm going to pull up crypto.com NFTs for y'all. So I want to look at the loaded line floor price right now, folks. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update. So I was talking a little bit about how Tectonic is pumping right now, and how loaded lines are looking cheap. So I just want to show you guys exactly what we have, a little price update for you guys. And please, Crow fam, leave some chats, leave some questions. We're going to take some questions here in a minute. We want to talk to you guys. We have a dialogue, an open dialogue with the community. We created this channel not because we want to talk at you. It's because we want to talk with you. So please, this is your opportunity, guys, to talk a little bit with us Ask us your questions. Give us some topics for what you guys might want to hear in future videos. And we do hear a little bit more from the members. That's part of the advantage of becoming a member. You get a little more say, and we DM with Slaymaven a little bit. I mean, that's we're building a community, guys, and we really want to bring the best news to this market, to the Crow fam, and keep you guys as up to date as possible. We really appreciate and love you all for tuning in and just being with us here today and every live stream Tuesday, Thursday, 5:30 Central Standard Time. But the floor price on these lines, $1,615, which is fantastic, fantastically low. If you are looking to buy, this is your opportunity to do so. In my opinion, I think that we are going to be, here's the other thing I wanted to say. Looking in the Loaded Lines Discord, came out with a mod in that Discord, Shane, said that there is an announcement coming for the Loaded Lions and the crypto.com land. It is coming in January. He sent out a message last week as well saying there'd be one soon. He more specifically said there's one in January. So they're going to address all the concerns that people had about the land sale and more, and give updates on what's going to happen in the future with the land, which is very exciting. I think when that news comes out, so long as it's good news, that these floor prices for these lines should jump, in my opinion. I could be wrong, not financial advice, but I think that this is a fantastic price for this. And when you look at some more of these rare lions, and let's just look at the crypto.com chain gang, if you will, those prices are looking decently low too. You can get a chain gang for 2K right now. That's a spectacularly low price right now, in my opinion, just historically on the price of these guys. Blacksea, you looking at lions here anytime soon, or are we holding off for something else? You got something in mind?
Well, I'll tell you what, I definitely have my plans and agendas when it comes to Cronos NFTs, but that will have to be spoken about in the new private Discord that is going to be for our members and Patreons, where I'll discuss trade signals and NFT alpha. I'll be giving away some NFT whitelists to up-and-coming projects as well. So I'm going to keep that alpha to myself and to the members that are part of that.
Oh, right. There you go. You got a reason, guys. You got a reason. Little update on the crypto.com land sale. I myself do have 26 plots of land. It's crazy. I'm just holding these things right now because I'm waiting on the news to come out. I believe that these are low prices. I think that at any point in time, somebody could come in and try to sweep the floor, not on these dunes per se, but when you look at, $59 for a dune, I think that's very underpriced. That's basically how much you could buy these things for when they first came out, really. So looking at like a blockchain, for example, though, $3,500, $3,400. If somebody came in and they bought the first 5 of these, now you're already up to $1,000 more, and then the prices go wildly up from here. So I do think that these prices are low, and it wouldn't take a lot for some of these more rare pieces of land to have kind of a floor sweep. When you look at the Molten Caverns, $800, $900, quite a few of those. And then it starts jumping up once you get to $1,200. And kind of starting to climb a little bit more. So I think as the news comes out, we might see another wave of people trying to buy these. But are you guys getting these in the chat? I'm curious. Folks got these in the chat. Francisco in the chat. Francisco Gabriel. Today I bought a Molten Caveland. Nice buy. Nice buy. Benny Blue Eyes. You are a Dune Goon. I'm a Dune Goon as well. Absolutely. Except HC. Oh, Blacksea. I don't know if you saw this. This is great. HC. I love this. What sort of bribes are you accepting for your Loaded Lion giveaway? Well, unfortunately, we are not Maxine Waters, and we are not Gary Gensler, and we are not Alex Mashinsky or Sam Bankman-Fried. And so, unfortunately, HC, we do not accept bribes, but we certainly accept donations. But we just, you know what? We're going to do these giveaways fair, guys. We got to do these fair. But I'll tell you what. If you want a better advantage in the Loaded Lion giveaway, if you do become a member to the channel, you will have an advantage in the giveaway. You get an additional 10 entries for every month that you are a member to the Crypto Report community. So keep that in mind. And I'll tell you this too, that ain't just a one-time thing. We're going to keep incentives for the members for any future giveaways that we do. Because the bigger this channel gets, I promise you that the bigger our giveaways will be. That's what we want to do. You hear it all the time now from Blacksea and I. We want to be the Mr. Beasts of crypto. Like, that is what we want to do. It's going to take some time to build to Mr. Beast levels, but one day It's going to be a thing, guys, and we're starting with a lion, and we're only going to build it from here. So we're very excited about that. Very, very excited about that indeed. Looking at some other questions here. Here's a good question from Benny. If bot trading becomes more prevalent, won't they cancel each other out? And then the human bulls and bears traders will again be the deciding factor in which way the candle goes. That's an interesting question. Blacksea, do you have any thoughts on that one from Benny?
Yeah, totally. I think that when it comes to bot trading, if it's AI or not AI, if it's AI, then it's eventually going to just constantly always be learning about what the humans are doing, and it's probably going to counter that. So that's a super big thing to think about here in the not so distant future now that AI is becoming much and more prevalent. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think right now what you're seeing is a lot more bot trading, probably, because I think there's a lot of opportunities to do some quick flips. You see Bitcoin, you go up to 16,800 and down to 16,300 and back up to 16,900 and back down to 16,500. Those trades are happening from these bots, these automatic trading platforms, right, where people are doing this. And that's happening right now. But when I believe that when you have a bull market coming, you have such momentum and you have such FOMO going on from the retail traders, from hopefully institutional investors giving us even more upside, that the bots are probably at that point, we still have volatility, right? Nothing goes straight up. They're going to be making trades, but I think that the FOMO, I mean, you see it override it, right? You're not going to keep seeing trades up and down. Now, it's going to continue to tic-tac, up and down, but the curve will continue back upward. We'll have a bull market. So, it's a good question, but I don't really think it's something we have to worry about. I'm personally not a fan of trading bots just because I don't really love trading so much as I used to. I tried it, but I'll be honest, guys, trading's very hard. I'm much more of a fan personally when it comes to buying and holding. But I'll tell you this, if you buy and you take a leverage trade out in a bear market, which is very hard to call the bottom, but if you want to dabble with leverage trading, and I think the best time to do it is in a bear market, because then if the price starts to go up and bottoms in and we go up, then you could have the most insane upside you've ever seen in your life, borrowing 2, 3, 5 times your money. And personally, I wouldn't go higher than 5x leverage if I was leverage trading, because when I've done that traditionally, that's difficult. That doesn't go well. If you do, you got to have very strict stop losses. But if you guys are interested in doing leverage trading, if you guys are interested in trading, we do want to give you guys benefits for that in the chat, in the description down below. You get a free $600 when you sign up for Binance, which you can't do leverage trading on, but you can trade on there. But you also have a $8,000 sign up bonus for BitGet, which is awesome. One of our partners you can see in the banner down below. And that is for anybody that wants to open up a leverage trade. When you deposit money into there, you can get up to an $8,000 sign up bonus. So we have that for you guys as well. Just checking out for some other questions here. Lions and Cubs. Yeah, I got some Lions. I got some Cubs. I got one Lion. I got one Cub. Well, I got 2 Lions and 1 Cub, but we're going to give that 1 Lion away to the community, and we feel pretty good about that one. But well, I think that's all we got, folks. Blacksea, as always, I got to get some parting words for you. I mean, boy, oh boy. I mean, went through a lot of stories today. We went through a lot of FUD, a lot of FUD versus facts we had to cover. Really needed to kind of get into some of this and talk a little bit about it. But you know what? 1 second here, actually. I gotta get to one more story. I missed it. We're circling back, folks. It ain't over yet. Last story. I had to do it. Not gonna play this video, but Jim Cramer still being a bear on crypto. I want to show you guys this because this was very important. SEC not letting Binance close the Voyager deal. I think the SEC is very worried that Binance will prove to be more chimerical. I don't even think I said that word right because I didn't know what it was till I Googled it, and I'll show you guys in a second. But SEC is very worried that Binance will prove to be more chimerical than we think. I reiterate, I do not, spelled wrong, nit, haha. I do not like crypto and its defenders. I do not like crypto and its defenders are too strident about its need. I just don't want people to lose money. I reiterate, I do not like crypto, is what Jim Cramer says. Okay, let's go back to the thumbnail. Facts versus FUD. I can't believe I missed this. I'm sorry, folks, but I had to circle back for you real quick. Turmeric is hoped for, but illusory or impossible to achieve, or formed from various parts of animals. He's got to use like code words. This is a word that nobody uses. Guys, he likes crypto. I don't know why he's saying that he doesn't. And how can I say that he likes crypto when he says that he doesn't? Jim Cramer says that he bought a farm with Bitcoin profits. Fact, October 7th, 2022, this came out. But he bought this farm back in the bull run when he was all about crypto. Another fact, phony money paying for real money. Cramer sells some Bitcoin and pays off a home mortgage. Paid off a home mortgage, paid for a farm, Guys, Jim Cramer is the bottom signal. Jim Cramer does like crypto, but he wants you to sell your bags. I guarantee you that when the bull market comes back, Jim Cramer is going to be a Bitcoin bull again. And I'll tell you this, when you see him become a Bitcoin bull again, you should be considering taking profits. Blacksea, I need some thoughts from you. I need some closing thoughts, but go for it here. I mean, Jim Cramer, driving me nuts, absolutely driving me nuts. What about you?
Yeah, I think that you hit the nail on the head with this one. I think that Jim Cramer is definitely a signal to pay attention to, especially when you put him in association with the other bottom signals that are coming in, as well as, so when the market starts rallying and when it's getting, I'm sure you won't hear him start talking about being bullish on Bitcoin until we're close to the top. If we get a 20% pump, I think he's still going to be bearish. But once we get to a, let's say, closer and closer, let's say the end of 2023, and he starts being really bullish, and we're above previous all-time highs, that's when you should really consider taking profits, guys. It's really important to be paying close attention and really having your finger on the pulse of kind of where the narrative is going with the mainstream media and crypto. That's how you got to stay safe to take those profits.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I mean, guys, just hang in there. This is a wild time. By the way, Gold Pony Crypto, I see you in the chat. We are doing a collaboration tonight with Gold Pony Crypto. We will be posting that video tomorrow. If you guys haven't seen Gold Pony Crypto's channel, I highly recommend you check it out. He does a great job talking about some of the ways you can use the DeFi ecosystem for Cronos. I've seen some of those videos in the past. They're spectacular. Very good person. Great collaborator here in the space. Excited to do our first video with you. Gold Pony here in a bit. But guys, sit tight. Crow fam, loving the pump action we had here on Tectonic. Absolutely fantastic to see, folks. Absolutely fantastic to see. Do not forget that we are giving away a loaded lion. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, go to the Twitter, follow the instructions on our Twitter giveaway when we do hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel. Guys, we love and appreciate y'all. Very grateful for y'all joining us in the chat today. I'm Crypto Kip. You got Blacksea with us here as well today. We are the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, you got to remember, folks, to DCA, HODL, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great